Welcome everyone to the course preview videos for the 2023 Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova Champion Discs. Today we're going to be looking at Course Infinite. We're going to look at the course changes and get you ready for this event. Let's get to it. Hole 1 on Course Infinite is a 233-foot par 3. Now this is a short hole, but anything but easy because right off the bat you've got to carry 210 feet of hazard, this sand trap here, in order to land in bounds. Distance control is imperative because if you go too far, which is the main mistake, you're going to leave yourself with a death putt heading back toward that hazard. A birdie here is going to start your round off right. We want to thank Infinite Discs for sponsoring Course Infinite. Hole 2 on Course Infinite is a 333-foot par 3. Now there's two distinct lines off the tee. You can go right or left of this tall pine tree. Hyzer either way is going to get you to the basket. You're going to want to get this one up in the air, clearing this hazard sand trap off the bat, but carrying up on top of this hill. Now don't go too deep, you want to hit the top of the hill so you filter down to the basket. If you carry too far, there is OB directly behind the basket within the circle. Touchy landing, but everyone should be able to get this birdie. Hole 3 on Course Innova is a 675-foot par 4. Now this big downhill par 4 is attackable. With the big drive getting across all this dirt, you can get to the grass, leave you a great shot to get your birdie. The danger here is heading OB left on the drive. Any drive going to OB heads to a drop zone. That'll put you about 300 feet away from this basket. The basket sits on the side of a hill, OB just to the left across the cart path. Again, big drive down to the green, chip up, and take your birdie. Hole 4 on Course Infinite is a 381-foot downhill par 3 that plays much shorter than the 381 feet. Hit the gap between these two pine trees downhill with either a mid or a fairway driver that's going to put you in good shape. Don't turn it over. To the left and behind the basket is OB past the cart path. Also, the basket will be elevated on a DGPT platform, making up a tricky putt. Get your distance control down and you can get a birdie. Hole 5 on Course Infinite is a 378-foot par 3 with two gaps off the tee, a hyzer line or a turnover line. Following the turnover line, you throw a fairway or a distance driver. Make sure you get enough turn, because if you hyzer out early, you can miss and go into the hazard sand trap. That's going to leave you an outside the circle putt to save your par. Anything from a forehand, that turnover, just get past this tree, you're going to nestle up for a birdie. Good luck with this one. It's tricky off the tee bed. Next up is Hole 6 on the Infinite course, the 285-foot dreaded Triple Island. Different ways to play this. You can island hop across or even go for the basket. However, remember, off the drive, if you miss and don't land on any of the islands, you go to the first drop zone. From your second shot or from the drop zone, any subsequent throw that doesn't land in bounds goes to the second drop zone. After you've gone to the second drop zone, any shot thereafter plays normal OB rules. So you can go for that eagle, island hop and get the easy par. However you play it, it's up to you. But good luck, you're gonna need it. Hole 7 on Course Infinite is a 358-foot par 3 that plays downhill. You're gonna want to take your straightest flying disc here and throw it directly at the basket. You want to check up just inside the circle on the upper level. Any disc that goes down the level can easily catch an edge and roll across the OB cart path, which is just behind the basket to the right. Again, straight flying disc, check up inside the circle, give yourself a look at birdie. Next up on Course Infinite is a 735-foot Hole 8. Now this par 4 for the men and par 5 for our women is one of the signature holes on the course. A big drive under these trees is going to land you in this open space here. The farther you can push toward the water, the better. If you're back, you're going to want to lay up in front of the green, chip over, and hopefully take your par. If not, go for it, but that landing area where the basket is very treacherous. You have the OB water in front, OB green to the left, and then just behind in those reeds there's a creek, and that's OB as well. Distance control on your upshot is important, otherwise you're going to be walking away with a bogey. Hole 9 on the Infinite course is a brand new hole this year. This 390-foot par 3 has been redesigned from last year. Been shortened by about 50 feet, however, the trees are now in the way. Hyzer line for the lefty and a flex line for the righties up over these trees is going to be the best bet to get you close to this basket. Danger to the left, if you go through the trees, you can catch an OB line just behind the basket. Also, there's 2 palms you don't want to be behind. If you're stuck behind those palm trees, just lay it up. You're not going to have a putt. Stick out to the right. You're going to have an uphill putt between the palm and this pine tree that'll hopefully net you your birdie. Good luck. This is going to be a tough hole. Hole 10 on course Infinite is a 381-foot par 3 for our men, par 4 for the women. Now this is a dangerous, dangerous hole. With the sand trap just below the basket, you're going to make your decision to go for it or lay up. The best layup point is right here where you can see Jessica, your co-TD, standing. Lay up there, chip over on top of the hill, and take your easy par, just as she's showing you how to do it. If you go for it, your distance control has to be perfect. If you miss the landing area under the basket, you can roll away on the steep hill just behind. Again, good luck. You're going to need it.
Hole 11 on course Innova has been redesigned this year. This hole is now a 411-foot par 3. Last year played about 450 feet. The basket has been shortened by 40 feet and tucked in amongst the trees, and elevated. The basket sits up on a retaining wall about 4 feet higher than a regular basket. A distance driver should put you inside the circle, but be careful of that putt. If you airball it, you can easily go OB beyond the fence or in amongst the reeds by the water. This new pin position should make the hole a touch easier, so we should see some more birdies this year.
Hole 12 on course Infinite has been redesigned slightly this year. This 354-foot par 3 has been shortened 40 feet from previous years. The basket sits now just behind this big pine tree. The cart path you see is inbounds on this hole, so there's no danger there. Big hyzer, fairway driver, or distance driver to get you across the cart path is going to leave you a putt for a birdie. You might even skip off the cart path and get that ace. Hopefully, it'll be you. Want to try? Hole 13 on course Infinite is a 258-foot par 3 and one of my favorite holes on the course. This is the triple sand trap hole. Many different ways to attack this, hyzer left or right, hopefully skipping over those sand traps to land on the protected green. If you go long, don't worry, the rocks you see behind it, even if there's water in there, plays as casual. You'll get relief. Just don't go beyond that cart path, that is OB. Good luck, this is a tough one, but a must-get birdie. Hole 14 on course Infinite has been redesigned this year. This has been shortened to a 294-foot par 3 that plays straight uphill. Best bet here is go big hyzer out on the right-hand side because on the left-hand side, cart path and beyond is OB. Don't get too aggressive. At 294 feet, you can easily overshoot this basket, and there is OB just inside the circle behind it. Again, land just in front of this tree and skip up, and you'll have a great chance for a birdie. Hole 15 on course Infinite is a 269-foot downhill par 3. Now this is an incredibly technical hole. Best bet is to throw a putter or a mid-range that'll flip up and go right under the pine tree. OB is about 40 feet behind the basket, so anything that goes up and over the top risks going OB, either long or to the left across the cart path. Again, tough basket to get through. If you can make this gap, you are gonna get a birdie. Good luck on this one. Hole 16 on the Infinite course is a 533-foot hole that plays as a par 3 for the men, but a par 4 for our women. Now you have choices off the tee. Either go for it or lay it up. If you go for it, make sure you have about 520 feet of power to clear that OB green. If you're going to lay up, the perfect spot is right here where our volunteer coordinator Pam Madrid stands. Pitch across the green and make sure you have a putt for a par or a birdie. Good luck on this one. It played as the hardest hole for the men last year. OB everywhere, and rollaways abound. Good luck, everyone. Hole 17 on course Infinite is a 333-foot par 3 that's wide open off the tee. The hyzer play is key here. Either right-handed or left-handed, you're going to want to throw it up and land at the base of the hill in amongst these trees. If you scoot up far enough, it's going to leave you a good putt at this elevated basket that is hanging in amongst the branches and leaves. Don't go too far left. OB cart path and beyond comes into play quickly. Again, land over here, have a good putt, don't airball it, and get your birdie. It's just that easy. Good luck. And finally, we come to hole 18 on course Infinite, a 301-foot par 3 that is an island hole. Now this was the second hardest hole last year for our FPO field, and they'll be playing this twice, so we want to see how they can attack it. 2 ways to go at it: straight at the basket, up the gut, or the hyzer line outside of these trees. Don't go too far, there's a rope line behind the trees that defines the island. If you can land inside the circle, you'll have a good putt for a birdie. Now we hope you've enjoyed the preview videos for the Las Vegas Challenge and Course Infinite. We'll see you all in February. Good luck.